Honestly, best pizza I've had so far. This is pizza number 4, and it's the best I've had so far.
So we're at a very special place today, and this is Pizzeria Al Casone in Tuscany. And this is where we spent one of our dinners during our very first vacation ever, like almost 10 years ago. And we want you to know about this place. Put it on your list if you're in the Lucca area in Tuscany. Go here for amazing food. Let's first show you the place where we actually stayed in a little town called, or village even, called Torre.
So this is where we stayed 9 years ago. Besides a cat laying there asleep, it looks like it's closed, and it's such a shame because it's such a beautiful building house, and they just renovated it all when we got there, and it was so well done, so nicely decorated, and it was also very cheap. And the owner had an art gallery back in Lucca, and we had the best stay here. And here there's a little fountain right here outside, and people in this little village, Torre, they came here every day, every morning to get water for their kitchen or for their use. It was so sweet. It was such a special place, and it was really special. So it's such a shame that it looks closed down, and people actually still come here to get water apparently. So that has not changed. So that is very sweet, and that's very nice. But now we're going to the restaurant that we went to that just blew our minds back then.
So that was our place from 10 years ago, but let's now go inside and have our minds blown.
So it's a real stone oven pizza here. And this is the really thin crust. What they do is they actually take it through one of those, how do you say that, presses, to get the dough extra flat and extra thin. And I have the pizza Christian, which is pomodori, tomato sauce, some cheese, some raw ham, cured raw ham, onions, and rocket salad. Cheers. And it just brings back so many memories to be here. This is perfect Italian pizza. It doesn't get any better than this. You can get awesome pizza everywhere in Italy, but you might as well just go here because it's really good pizza. Really good pizza. This is what you want an Italian pizza to be. The thin crust. It's crunchy but not too crunchy. There's no big ending that you get stuck with like a lot of bread, dry bread. No, it's perfect. It's really perfect. It's filled to the edge. It has a charred, grilled flavor as well on the bottom, and it has little air pockets. Honestly, best pizza I've had so far. This is pizza number 4, and it's the best I've had so far. Thank you. Awesome.
So I'm having pizza mimosa, which I've never heard of before. There's no tomato sauce on it, but there's a special type of Italian cheese on it I have never heard of before. The cheese is called stracciano, and there's also artichoke on it, which I really love nowadays to put on a pizza at home myself. And there's also corn on it, which I've never had on the pizza before. So let's go ahead and try. I love the thin crust, by the way. I love the thin crust pizza. Oh, it's so creamy. Oh, this is really nice creamy cheese. A little sweetness of the corn. Very nice. Never had a pizza like this. This is really good. Wow.
I'm sorry for wearing my sunglasses inside because I forgot my other glasses. But the funny thing is, the woman that works here, she worked here 9 years ago, or almost 10 years ago. And she remembers us because we said, like, we went back and she said, I remember you guys. I said, like, this is so crazy. Of course, it's a very, very local canteen, like a cafeteria kind of restaurant, very local. So the inside, the interior is super simple. It's not about the decorations, it's about the food. But that's what makes it so special, because you will get the local food. So a funny story about the torta della nonna, which is the dessert that we're having today, hopefully, if they still have it. But we went here the first night because the lady from our B&B that we showed you in the video, she said, go up the hill and then you'll find a restaurant, because there are no other restaurants. And so we went up the hill and we saw this. This was not the restaurant that she meant, it was actually further up. But we ended up here and we had the best meal ever. Then the second night, we did go up the hill to that restaurant that the lady from the B&B meant. And we were there and we were not impressed by the food at all, because we had this in mind. So we just had a main course there and we said, we need to go back for the torta della nonna because we loved it so much. So we went back down the hill here and we went in, and the lady remembered us, of course, from the day before. And we just said, we only want a torta della nonna, and she had to laugh about it, and we had another torta della nonna. So fingers crossed, they'll have it tonight as well.
I cannot see the desserts because they're saying at the back, yeah, we also have nice desserts, and if you need information on desserts, please ask the personnel. But of course, we already know what we want. We want the torta della nonna because this is the first time we ever had it here. And I hope they still have it on the menu, otherwise it would be a big bumper, I don't know, downfall, I don't know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, they don't have the torta della nonna, but it also says in the menu that you have to ask for what they have on the menu for dessert, because it can be different every day. And today we are not lucky, but we are trying something new. It's also super local. It's called Versilia, and it's like a frozen kind of cream with also some dough on top, and there's also rum in it. Yeah, you can really taste the rum flavor, but this is really amazing. Ooh, and now I get an extra flavor, like really something really creamy, but not like typical cream. Also like a little bit like doughy, eggy. I don't know. It has like a vibe to it, like a little bit like really nice, unbaked, like raw cookie dough, and it's really amazing. And it's my new favorite dessert. Of course, I'm sad that they don't have torta della nonna today because we are really excited for that. But otherwise, I wouldn't have tried this amazing new dessert I've never heard of before. And this is really good and it completely makes up for it. So I'm still happy. Happy face. So that was an awesome trip down memory lane. We always talked about this place like for years after. And I think recently still we're talking about the torta della nonna. Unfortunately, they didn't have it, but we had so much amazing other food. So if you're in the area of Lucca, you have to go here. It's only 10 minutes from Lucca and it's absolutely worth the detour. The lady, the owner, and her husband, they run the place themselves and they are absolutely lovely people. And she remembered us and we remembered her immediately when we saw her, and it was really nice. So yeah, what else can I say? That was amazing. Look at my smiley face. I'm happy. Yay! See you in another 10 years.